Hete Pu. Peace and blessings to all from Divine Peace Meditation and Yoga. This is Mommy Imani. I thought I would share today a quick update on Goddess Urban Farm. And the game today will be if I can remember everything that I've planted. Since I haven't been making too many videos, I've gotten so focused and so into it, into planting and transplanting, that a lot of times I forget to even reach for the laptop or my wonky camera phone, phone camera. So we're gonna pause for a second, and I'm going to see if I can get the camera focused on the containers. Back in a bit. And I'm back. Please forgive in advance any shaking of the camera. I'm using the laptop until we can get our phone replaced. We're going to start here on the tables in the front of the drive. As you can see, I've used a variety of containers from food storage to actual trays that I lined with good old paper bag. But in this front tray, I have planted the Tiger's Eye sunflower, the organic cucumber, and the gladioli. So the one that had the sprout actually looks a bit taller, and as you can see, I don't see anything else has broken ground. So next, in the two silver trays, I planted some watermelon seeds that I saved from last summer. So we have 5 seeds in each tray, each of the 4 corners and the middle. So those were planted earlier this week. And in the black seed starting tray in the middle, that is the multicolor sweet peppers seeds that I saved from fall 2021. Over here in this seed starting tray, I didn't have enough paper to completely line the entire tray, so I lined about 3/4 of it with paper, and I used a couple of produce plastic containers saved from the kitchen. And this is all chamomile seeds that I planted middle of the week. Moving on to our wicker basket, which has mint and giant red mustard greens. Shout out to Lady Cheryl. Check out her page. She sent me these seeds back at in the fall of 2022, I do believe. Our blackberry bramble has a few berries. We're gonna get some fruit. I have rotated the pot so that maybe we can get some fruit on this side. In the morning, this side gets more sun. Here in this tray, I started some lettuce plants, some lettuce seeds, and they are almost ready to transplant into larger pots. In the middle is my lavender plant that I bought from Eggleston Garden Center. Support them. The Jester yellow gladioli in the pot on the right, on the left, and over on the right we have a fledgling plant that was donated to us during our grieving for our youngest son. So I never did find out the name of that plant, but I have tried everything to keep it alive. And I'm gonna just have to reclaim the soil if this last stem gives up the ghost. In the old work boots, wildflower mix from $1.25 tree. And over in our youngest son's, that's our middle son's work boots. In our youngest son's work boots, I have a couple of volunteer tomato plants. I'm going to pluck those and plant maybe flowers in there. Over here, the organic bok choy. I keep plucking off the flowers on the top because it's trying to go to seed. Over here, the red cabbage. I did pluck out the smaller plants that were being overshadowed by the larger leaves, and I transplanted them into the wading pool over there. Here we had 2 blue kale. Unfortunately, I think the second one was eaten up, so I transplanted marigolds all around the survivor. Baba Seku's radishes are going haywire. I told him it's time, maybe time for us to pull them up and harvest. In these 4 food containers, I have cinnamon basil and red amaranth. I think the red amaranth is trying to break ground a little bit. These 2 in the back. And I don't see anything with the cinnamon basil yet. We'll see. Shimmy around, watching my foot. Here are the transplanted red cabbage. Got some of a little bit of everything in here. I've got flowers coming back. I've got tomato volunteers. I've got, I don't know if they're peas or if they are beans, but I'm not complaining. I think I even have some mint over here trying to go to flower. Pardon my neighbors. Over here, the herb pot with the oregano and the lemon thyme. Here are my zinnias that I have to transplant, sitting right beside it. And I'm making my way, carefully watching my footing, to the crumbling side of the wading pool, because I tried one of Lady Cheryl's methods of planting the tomato volunteers diagonally. So all this side where the plastic is broken, I have planted tomato volunteers, and they're in the reclined position. I have also garlic in here, and I've broadcast onion seeds all around the perimeter. So there's some Japanese onion in here, as well as some garlic should be coming up, because I just planted this last weekend. Planted them last weekend. So over here in the tires, this is where I originally planted the organic bok choy, and I don't know why the lower leaves keep yellowing. I think the soil that I used to fill is a poor quality, or there's poor drainage here. So I try not to hand water this too much. Let the rain do it, and I may have to pull everything up and address the drainage issue. The organic carrots, however, don't seem to be having a problem. If they're retaining too much moisture, they are loving it. Careful. trying not to trip here. I've already tripped a couple of times this season. Elderberry got a serious trim and is growing back quite quickly. Look at that. Beautiful. And we've got some new growth down at the bottom. Rosemary. A wreath of rosemary. Beautiful. Let's make our way past my curbside rescues to a mini greenhouse. I think these are all tomato plants. All volunteers that I have plucked from the compost bin and from my potting soil bin. So all of those, and these, some of these are not making it. I tried to put 3 or 4 in each of these pots here. But these over here, all volunteers that I didn't get a chance to put in the pot yet. They're still hanging in. All volunteers. They're the beans or they are tomatoes. I ain't sure which. Not ready to sacrifice them. So, whew. We've just quickly a little bit of hashtag be a good neighbor. This gutter up here is very poor. Water just pours off of it, and so it had made a very deep dip. I filled it in with some of my compost and I planted a few flowers. I'm hoping that they take. And the next storm, I'm hoping to place a bucket to keep the space from being washed out again. And then lastly, my neighbor here has put some soil in her grow box, and I have donated some starter lettuce. So that is about it. Thank you so much for watching this video to its end. Please give it a like. Please share with like-minded souls. And please help us continue to promote integral wellness in our community. Hence the grow box. My neighbor's grow box. And some of my other neighbors I'm seeing more and more containers on their porches and in their yards. Book an online yoga class. Book an in-person yoga class. This May it's warming up. And we're going to be doing some events at Munson Park and Playground. So until then, make your Peace and Freedom Friday safe, healthy, and blessed in abundance. You are already blessed. Go out there and do something nice for somebody. Be a good neighbor. Help someone. The blessings are abundant. Blessed be.